Imagine digging through your loose change late at night, maybe looking for bus fare, or just absent-mindedly sorting coins, and suddenly realizing one of those ordinary-looking pieces of metal could actually be worth hundreds, or even more. It sounds unbelievable, but this is exactly what keeps coin collectors and treasure hunters constantly searching. Today, we're diving into 4 fascinating coins that many people overlook: the 1993 and 1994 Washington quarters, and the 1973 and 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Kennedy half dollars. At first glance, they seem completely ordinary, but once you understand their history and hidden details, you might never look at your coins the same way again. Let's start with the 1993 Washington quarter. At first glance, there's absolutely nothing unusual about this coin. It carries the familiar image of George Washington on the front and the classic eagle design on the back, a design that had been used for decades since the series began in 1932. By 1993, the U.S. Mint was producing these coins in massive quantities at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, meaning millions entered circulation. Because of that, most people assume these coins are worthless beyond their face value. And in many cases, they're right. A worn 1993 quarter is still just 25 cents. But here's where things get interesting. In the world of coin collecting, condition can completely change a coin's value. If you happen to come across a 1993 quarter that has never been circulated, what collectors call mint state, its value can rise dramatically. Coins graded MS67 or higher, meaning they have nearly flawless surfaces and sharp details, can sell for $100, $200, or even more depending on collector demand. But condition isn't the only factor. Minting errors are where things really start to get exciting. During production, small mistakes can happen. Coins might be struck off-center, have doubled lettering, or show cracks caused by worn dies. These errors are rare, and collectors actively search for them. A 1993 quarter with a strong, noticeable error could easily be worth $50 to several $100s. It's amazing how a tiny mistake can turn an everyday coin into something special. Now, let's move on to the 1994 Washington quarter. At first, it looks almost identical to the 1993 version, and in many ways it is. Same design, same materials, and again, millions were produced. But just like before, the real value isn't in the average coins, it's in the exceptional ones. Most 1994 quarters you'll find are only worth face value. However, high-grade examples that have been preserved in near-perfect condition can sell for $100 or more. These coins stand out because of their sharp details, clean surfaces, and overall eye appeal. And once again, mint errors can take things to another level. Double dies, where the text appears slightly duplicated, or off-center strikes can make a coin extremely desirable. The more visible and unique the error, the higher the potential value. Some collectors are willing to pay hundreds of dollars for the right piece. It's a reminder that even the most common coins can become rare under the right circumstances. Now, let's step up in size and history with the 1973 Kennedy half dollar. This coin tells a powerful story. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, shortly after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It quickly became a symbol of national remembrance, and people began saving them instead of spending them. By 1973, the coin had transitioned to a copper-nickel composition, but it still carried deep emotional and historical significance. Here's something many people don't realize. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar was not widely released into everyday circulation. Instead, most of these coins were included in official U.S. mint sets sold directly to collectors. That means fewer coins were exposed to wear and tear, and many remained in relatively good condition. Even so, truly pristine examples are still hard to find. A circulated 1973 half dollar is typically worth just 50 cents, but an uncirculated one in excellent condition can sell for $20 to over $150. And, as you might expect by now, mint errors can increase that value significantly. A double die or striking error could turn an already collectible coin into something much more valuable. Some high-end graded examples have even crossed the $200 mark in niche auctions, especially when eye appeal and luster are exceptional. Finally, Let's talk about one of the most recognizable coins in modern U.S. history, the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar. This coin was created to celebrate 200 years of American independence, making it a true commemorative piece. Unlike the regular design, this version features Independence Hall on the reverse, along with the dual date, 1776 to 1976. It's a design that stands out instantly and holds strong historical meaning. These coins were produced in huge numbers, so most of them are still only worth face value. But here's where things get interesting. Not all bicentennial half-dollars are the same. Some were struck in a special 40% silver composition and sold in collector sets. These coins can be identified by their slightly different edge and weight, and depending on condition, they can be worth anywhere from $10 to $50 or more. Even more valuable are proof versions with deep cameo contrast, where the design appears frosted against a mirror-like background. These coins are especially attractive and highly desirable among collectors. And just like the others, minting errors can push their value even higher, sometimes far beyond what most people would expect. There have even been cases where rare proof errors or ultra-high-grade specimens sold for several $100s due to collector demand. What's truly surprising is how many of these coins are still sitting unnoticed in homes around the world. People often overlook them because they seem too modern or too common to be valuable. But as we've seen, that's not always the case. Sometimes, value is hiding in the smallest details, details most people never think to check. When you put all these coins together, one important idea stands out. Value isn't just about age. It's about rarity, condition, demand, and sometimes even mistakes. A coin that looks completely ordinary could actually be a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. And that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know what you might find next. So the next time you're sorting through your coins, don't rush. Take a closer look. Check the details, examine the condition, and keep an eye out for anything unusual. Even something as simple as the shine, the edges, or the lettering could tell you that you're holding something special. Before you click away, here's a quick challenge. Grab a coin near you and really look at it. Check the date, the mint mark, and the overall condition. You might not find something valuable immediately, but developing that habit is exactly how collectors discover rare pieces over time. The more coins you examine, the sharper your eye becomes, and that's when the real discoveries start happening. If you enjoyed this deep dive into hidden coin values and want to learn more about rare coins, minting secrets, and collector tips, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below telling me which coin you want covered next. And remember, every expert collector started with a single coin, so why not start with yours today? You might be holding a piece of history in hand, waiting to be discovered. Don't underestimate loose change. It can change your life.